Good morning. And I need to click the right button. Thanks for the follow. DES. Des, maybe. It's November 19th already. It's Tuesday. Streaming live from the Netherlands. And it's 6:45 a.m. over here. Let's see. It's 21:45 in the Pacific and 12:45 midnight Eastern Time, New York. Let's start with the stream. Welcome. I put on my very old, I think it's Office 2003 maybe, shirt today. Yesterday I found out there was a quite exciting announcement on Ignite. And that's a new feature in Office. It's called Office Scripts. And basically that looks like a replacement for the old VBA macro recorder. If you all know the VBA environment, the VBA IDE in Windows Word. Let's show me the code window. And there's this daily error. I get this do resize error lately. Let's just click it away. My guess it's one of the add-ins maybe that is not playing nice, but it could also be related to ScriptLab or whatever. If you go to, what is it, Alt F11, that should be, yeah, Alt F11. Why is my, then I need to click my Alt, not the Control. The IDE, VB, is the old environment where you can basically do some nice programming in Visual Basic for Application, test, and message box. Welcome to my stream, and I run this. I think it's F8. There you have it. Nice and quickly build your in-app customizations. But this is so old that it's hardly allowed anymore to do because it's a security risk. But obviously, if you press F2, you see this rich object model, and this object model is not completely available in JavaScript, the tool that we are looking at for Office.js. But Ignite had this announcement. Let's try to find out what it is and how it looks. It's called Office Scripts, if I'm correct. Ignite. Office Scripts. Microsoft finally makes it easy to create scripts. This is by MS Power User. Microsoft today announced a new easy way to create scripts for Excel. The new Office Scripts feature will allow you to automate repetitive tasks. You no longer need to learn VB script to write simple scripts for Excel. No, now you need to learn JavaScript, or TypeScript I should say, if I'm correct. Through this feature you can record your actions inside Excel workbook and save it to a script. Later on you can You can use the script with Power Automate, formerly Microsoft Flow. Yeah, that's also a new name. Let's quickly put this all in my show notes. Where's my show notes application for today? We're on the page of the 19th, November 19th. Put it on the end. Copy a link to Power Automate. Let's see. Power Automate. Formerly Microsoft Flow, or integrated your workflow. Once the script is created, you can users can share it with others. IT admins can also centrally manage and facilitate the sharing of created script, or that's what you often see, is that they block the feature. That's not what you want. Microsoft announced that this new Office Scripts feature will be available as public preview by the end of the year. I've been trying to find it, and it's not yet available. But let's copy this link for my show notes again. Oh, did not copy it. Just copy the slash. Let's put a header on here. Office scripts. I can show you this. By the way, let's make it header 1. Why is my interface still on Dutch? I don't want this in Dutch. Options. Language. Is my window in Dutch? Windows in Dutch? No, my Windows is not in Dutch. English is in here, so why is it not in Dutch? Why is it in Dutch? I don't want this in Dutch. Let's Google that. Oh, it's already Google. OneNote UI language. Open OneNote in your web browser. I'm not in the web browser. Come up. Come on. OneNote 2016 desktop. Top, not tip. File options. Yeah, that's what I did. File options. Language. I want to choose editing languages. Editing languages. This one. Select German and add additional editing languages, but I did do that. Select German and set to default, but I'm not. Oh wait, this is it set as default. What? It's already here as default, but it's not. Set it as default. Yeah. Let's switch it back then. Okay. Now I force it into Dutch. One note. No. One note. Now it's still Dutch, but that's what I expected. Now switch it back to languages, United States. Set as default, yes. Okay. Okay. Close. One note. Is it now? It's still Dutch, come on. There's this other feature called language. Office language preferences. It says match Windows preferred, but it's and this one is also in English. So why isn't my OneNote in English? Google OneNote keeps selecting wrong UI language. Because Windows is my, I think if I go to settings, it's in English. Yeah, it is. Time and language. Language is also English. Options. It's all my default, so I'm not sure why OneNote decides to go in Dutch. What about the other app? Close. This one is English, in English, but that's the store app. OneNote. Wow. Now it's setting up my notes. Wonder what's happening now. 6 note mode, yes. Let's take this. Oh, wait. This is in my VM. OneNote. Still Dutch, come on. Google. Not sure why my OneNote is still displaying in Dutch. Force OneNote UI language. Open OneNote on your web browser. Click the Home tab. Set proving language. This is the other application. OneNote. Let's wait till it kicks up on the other screen. That's in English, so why is this not in English? OneNote. That's still not in English. Language. Can we remove this? Remove this. Okay. Okay. Because I have no reason to put Dutch in my OneNote language. It's still Dutch. Come on. Language. English. Install. I don't think I have the 32-bit. Is it? Guys, if you know how to put this in English, I already removed the Dutch language in here, and it's not set as a preferred language in here. Buttons, first language in this list. I should think this is the 64-bit. Let's check the folder in here. See, program. Microsoft 15. Oh really? Is a 32-bit? WinWord. Account. Info. Oh, I have 32 bits in here. Good morning everyone in the stream. I'm trying to find out why my OneNote is in Dutch, even though there's no setting in my options setting it to Dutch because it's telling me that it matches the Windows version, and I only have the editing language in English. No, yeah, in English. Let's go back to the options. This is one of the strange quirks of Microsoft software. Options, language, add an extra language in here, install, oops, now my screen is crashing. I have to fix my screen. Because now you don't see my code window anymore. Change. No, that's not this one. It's going nice. Desktop. Clean. Change. Local desktop. Display 2, I think it is. That's it. And we're back. And it's trying to install the English. Close OneNote. Yeah, that's a good sign. Okay. Close. Continue. Where did it go? Other window. Please stay online while Office downloads. Oh, really? No way. Did I get the Dutch version installed? Office. Oh, really? It was the Dutch version. How you're all doing? Oh, I'm breaking my tongue. How are you all doing in the stream? Let me know if you have questions, especially if it's around Office development. So in the meantime, while it's installing my English version of Office, let's go back to our quest for today, and that's Office scripts. That's some sort of the VBA editor. Hi David, how are you tomorrow? This morning, I should say. What I found out yesterday is that at Ignite they announced Office scripts, and this is basically the TypeScript replacement of the VBA editor in this case Excel. They're starting with Excel again. I had contact yesterday with one of the PMs of Microsoft, of the Office development team, and they told me that their focus at this time was for Outlook and Excel and not for Word. The reason I asked was because I found that the Word events did not work as announced on the website. If you go to Google, Office JS events, Word, there is a page. Let's go back to the official documentation. Events. think it was on content control. Where is it? Word content control edit, maybe. There's some events on here. At least should be. It's saying undeleted. On selection changed. Oh, they updated the information maybe? Because of my comments? Data changed. Let me find my mail with this. With the response. So what he was saying is, yes, the only events that are in production are the 1.0 APIs with bindings, control changed and selected, as well as documents selected, and that's what you see in here as well. But this one, so this one is not active. The only events of production with bindings, control changed and selected. Control changed. Changed. Data changed. Copy. Yeah, that's referencing the same item, and it's also in the GitHub thingy. Is that by Microsoft? Yes, it is. Yeah, but this is the documentation. So this one is the only one active right now, and not this one. So what he was saying, that was an open spec that was not implemented. So all these items are not in effect. But besides this, I came around the Office scripts, the JavaScript, TypeScript I should say, TypeScript tooling to record your macros, the way you did it with your VBA editor. Because if you go to the code, you should be able to record something. Tools. Where's the macro recorder? It's in here, yeah. So if you record a macro, test, type some text, make it a header. I think it's not recording this one. Oh, it's not even working. Wow. Why? My random function is not working anymore. Is lorem? What? Oh, is that because I'm recording? Really? Stop recording. It's random. Wow. If you're recording, then it's the function for random or lorem. Yeah, it's not working if you're recording. Okay, let's check the recording. It should be... Oh wait, where did it put my recording? In here? In here. Edit. Type some text. And there it is. Random, random, random. So what if we run this? Let's see. Clear the document. And then run the macro. F8. No, let's just do F5. It's not working in the recording as well. Anyway, this is VBA and the new recording language for Office scripts are supposed to be in TypeScript. But I'm trying to find some official announcements in here. Developer platform at Ignite. This one. Because there's a nice video, or it's a GIF I think, in here like this. It's about Office scripts, automation for Excel on the web. We announced a new feature coming to public preview by the end of 2019. Office scripts for Excel on the web. Yeah, it's only on the web. That's a bit of a downer. Which you can read about on the Excel blog. One exciting part of the announcement is that the Office Scripts user uses the same technology and platform tools that the Office add-ins uses, and with this they mean the Office GIS scripting tools. We will continue to work to enable the best experience possible across the platform, and look forward to seeing how you use Office Scripts to accomplish automation in Excel on the web. Very short message. It was kind of put away in the announcements. What's this strange banner on top? Excel announcements Ignite Ignite 2019, and there are a lot of easily turns data insights. This is not what I'm looking for. XLOOKUP, sheet view, dynamic arrays. Here it is. Use Office scripts to automate tasks easily. Office scripts is a feature that enables users for those of novice Excel experience to those with advanced coding expertise to record scripts and automated tasks. The feature will be available as public preview on Excel on the web by the end of 2019. Once Office Scripts is available, users can get started by clicking the record button. Record is a disk. In the Automate tab, there's a specific Automate tab. Recording the actions, desired stopping the recorder and then saving the script. The script is saved to OneDrive for Business. So you need to have an Office 365 subscription for this. Which allows them to be easily reused across workbooks. After recording a script, or choosing one that is already created, the user can run the scripts in one of three ways. Manually start the script from within Excel on the web, automatically in a flow on schedule, or conditionally in a flow based on a trigger. For users who do have coding experience, Office Scripts also allows to take the recorded scripts and extend them using the same Excel JavaScript APIs. Where goes this link? Yeah, to the documentation of the API that we've been looking for the past couple of weeks already. Office Scripts will be available by the end of 2019 in a public preview, so not general available. Maybe a build. Check back soon for more information on how to enable and how use it, how to use it, and use it. So if I blow this up, then you can look at it full screen. It should be. Why is it showing even smaller? Yes. And where is my picture of the... Which one is it? Come on. Let's do this again. Where's the Office Scripts? Here. Let's click on this and make it full screen. Let's have a look. We have the automate, the new automate tab in here, and that triggers the pane on the right. You have script recorder, recording some actions, saving it. It's recording what you are doing. Store it. Oh, that's the only thing they show us. So from this you get this recorded VBA, I should say TypeScript code item. And you can rerun it. You can store it in your OneDrive and share it with others. You also see this nice thingy where you see that more people than one are working on this. So this is coming at the end of the year in preview, and I'm quite excited about it because this has been on the shelf for long, and wonder why it wasn't put out earlier. It looks like a little bit like a script lab, but then for end users with less programming experience. And what I'm trying to see is there something about this in the Ignite sessions. Ignite 2019 session catalog, schedule builder. Search for Office Scripts. It is. Really. There's a complete breakout session. 45 minutes. Oh. And you can't play. Oh, you can play it. Is there no audio? Let's take this one and take this page, copy, so why is the audio of the... This is remote audio. I don't want the remote audio. Come on. I'm messing things up today. I'm not quite awake, I think. Google. Get a new window in here. Like this. Office scripts, there you have it. Is this the only one? What's new for Office for Mac? Blah blah. I think it is, but this one, I'm not sure why it's presented as the third option.
Good morning, everyone.
There you have it.
You are having an awesome Thursday. My name is Waylove, and I am
Let's pause the music.
that is working on Office. And that's what I'm here to talk to you all today about.
Let's see if we can bump up the music a little bit, the sound a little bit.
I like to know who's in the room and what type of products you use. So if you all could help me out and tell me how many of you all work in Excel? Yeah? Do you use the desktop client version? Okay, what about the online? Okay, a little bit less. And how many of you regularly collaborate on workbooks inside of Excel? Good, awesome. And are any of you part of the M365 developer platform, Office add-ins, any of those pieces?
Let's quickly browse a little bit. A lot of talking.
What we're going to see in a moment is a connection into Power Automate. Go through and
Getting started.
and where our thinking came from. I want to show you a video that kind of is going to give you a very large run through. It's going to be kind of really quick, but then I'm going to dial it back and step you through each of the pieces that were shown. So here what we're showing is the ability to record actions inside of a workbook in Excel on the web. You can go through.
This is the Automate tab.
Stop. Okay. You can go through and rename
Create a
sheets,
recording.
you can input data, and on the right-hand side, we're going to be recording all of that information. In this case, this scenario is specifically built around the idea of creating new promotions for a retail store.
What we see here is
sales
Excel
that we're going to set up.
with the Automate tab,
And this is
you're
going to be part of a
actually
larger
recording
workflow that they're going to build, and they're going
what
to
they are
use
doing.
the Forms platform to go ahead and submit what that promotion
Enter
information
form.
is going to be. And what you're going to see in a moment is a connection into Power Automate, which is a broader business workflow.
Now
that
it's
you can
connected to
plug your
Power
Office scripts
Automate, so
into
you can
and take information from multiple
script
different
it
places
from
to complete your business
an
process.
automated
And the way that this solution
option.
ends up is it's making sure that we're not giving any too big of sales. We don't want to lose too much money in our retail store. So if it does see a problem, it's going to go ahead and mention. That's bringing that collaborative experience in. Okay. So when we went about building the Office scripts
let's see if I
into
can
Excel on the web, we decided that we wanted to have kind
get
of
the
5
link
main
for
principles
this.
that we were going to keep in our mind as we were going forward. The
Copy.
first was that shift towards collaborative online usage. We'd already identified that gap. The next was that we wanted to
Put the link
utilize
in
modern
the
technology. And you'll see as I'm
chat
going
window.
through this
There you go.
demos that we've utilized TypeScript as a language for Office scripts. We also wanted to provide IT admins
Great
with
new
governing
feature.
capabilities. It's important for IT admins to have visibility into what's happening and what solutions exist within the organization. It's important to know who modified the solutions that you're utilizing to know what happened if something goes wrong. Now,
Great new
the other
feature
piece
in
we talked about a little bit was that low barrier
Excel.
to entry. We didn't want only pro developers or the IT department to be able to create these automated solutions. And so what we wanted to do was make sure there was a low barrier of entry. And so you should see that come through in our demos. There's some low-code, no-code solutions that allow people to get started. And once they get started, our hope is that
Let's quickly see if I can. Yeah,
so
there
with
we
that, let me start off by showing you our action recorder. So I am here in Excel on the web. I'm in a workbook, and for a moment, we're going to pretend that I am a retail store manager in Seattle. And in this workbook, we track our revenue, our customer ratings, we track the number of returns that we have. But every month, I have to generate some charts to send out as part of a report. And I send that out to my managers. There's a key thing that I said there every month. A little bit quicker
Let's
for
skip
me.
a little
hopefully,
bit
in the
ahead.
end.
The recording.
So, I clicked on the Record Actions button in the Automate tab. In clicking
one.
on that, a right pane opened up, and you can see that there's a kind of flashing recording light in that corner to let me know that it is recording. And so I'm going to go ahead and select the chart up to
This
October
flashing
since November
recording.
is not done yet. I'm going to say I want to insert this chart and add a title. So in this case, I'll call it number of returns compared to damaged returns. Okay. I'm going to go ahead
So
and switch
she's
to the
actually
next sheet.
doing some things now in
do something
Excel
similar.
and recording it the way you
different
do it in
chart.
VBA editor.
New title.
Make some modifications to the workbook.
Now, what some of you may have noticed on the right-hand side is that task pane is actually populating with actions that are being recorded. So when I go to this next sheet and I go ahead and select, you can notice that it's gone ahead and added in written language what was actually recorded. This is our way of sharing with
Annotating
people who may
the
not be
macros with
familiar
some sort of a
programming, what
title.
is
Create
actually
chart
being
on the
recorded.
worksheet rating in this case.
It's hard to go into code if you don't know code and see, hey, what steps of mine were actually recorded. I'm going to go ahead and press stop. When I press stop, I'm going to be prompted to save my script. And I'm going to go ahead and add a title. And I could input a description if I wanted. I could say monthly charts. Press save. And when I press save, this script is actually going to be saved into OneDrive for Business within the organization. And that OneDrive for Business folder is called Office Scripts. So I'm going to go ahead and actually it's right here, Seattle charts.
So
You can
whatever
see it's already
you
been added.
record with your
So
macro recorder,
our
it's
scripts are separate
in fact
from a
stored
workbook. They're their own separate files.
in the
They're
Office Scripts folder
created
on
and
your
stored in the for
OneDrive.
Business.
And
this is great for
my guess is the
two
reason for
reasons.
that is the
The first
security,
being
because you want to
that we are
share
able to
or
now
block
track
things
all of the
from
modifications
others
that
if
happen
you
specifically
recorded it.
with that script file. So we know
The
who
way
made
with the
changes,
old
who edited
VBA
it, when it
macro
was last
editor, and I
modified.
just
It's
mentioned
great
it
for
already
visibility and audit
earlier in the
purposes.
stream,
But it also
is that
provides
it's
what we'll see in a little
can
bit,
be quite a risk
the ability to
sharing
associate or
a
link
workbook with
a
script in it.
to multiple workbooks. And if you make an
By
edit
doing
to
it
that
this way, you
singular
can
script, all of those workbooks are
share your
reliable
scripts
and
in a secure way because you trust people, or you know
the last thing that I want to
it's a
show you that
trusted
the action
source.
recorder did is it did generate
And look at this,
a TypeScript.
it actually
And if you're
created
looking at this,
some async
and you were just coming
function
in, the thing that I would want to draw your attention
TypeScript.
to is the comments that were added. Similar to how we showed you in written language exactly what was being recorded, we actually add comments into the code that's generated so that you can try and figure out which sections of code are targeting which piece if you had to make some edits. All right.
So we could see if we can use this in, let's find out if we can actually use this in Excel. Close over all of this. Don't save it. Excel, kick in Excel. Let's see if ScriptLab also takes in TypeScript. Oh, I don't want to do this. I get the same do resize error with all the Office applications apparently for some reason. ScriptLab code. And let's clean out all of this. Blank snippet. And then try to, let's find my other window. In here. How do I do this? Put this on my other screen and then go back here to something like this. Let's see if it's also accepting TypeScript. Do we have TypeScript libraries in here? Well, we have something with types. Not sure if TypeScript is accepted. Let's see. I had formatted in when I moved away. Let workbook. And I'm now copying the code that's in the Ignite session. Is context workbook. To show you this, I can't show it because it's full window. Just show it in a minute. Let worksheets equals to workbook worksheets. Let selected sheet equals to worksheets. Get active worksheet. Let return chart underscore 1 equals to selected sheet charts add column clustered comma selected sheet get range something like A4 to C14 and semicolon selected sheet copy paste. Let's fix the typo. Let's enable the music. Returns chart left equals to 350. Return chart top equals to 125. return chart, title, text equals to number of returns to compared to damaged returns. Let revenue equals to worksheets get item revenue let revenues chart. I don't have a revenues chart. Well, let's leave out the revenue chart and just see if this is actually working. I don't need to sync the context, I think, but I do need a table on A4, like a month, average customer rating, and number of reviews, and January, February. Let's see if it's doing some smart copying. It is. Wow. How cool is this? 3.5, 2.1, 4.5, 1.2, and these are just some arbitrary numbers. 4.3, 3.8, 4.2, 4.3, 3.9, 4.4, reviews 15, 12, 47. Well, let's copy this. And make this a table. Table. Okay, something like this. Now let's see if I can run this. Get active works here, custom run. Run this pane. Run. Look at this, wow. So what I did here was looking at this session over here. What I did was recording this code from scripting the
So when we're thinking about the action recorder, I had to make some edits.
from scripting what was done in the worksheet, and I just typed over this part, the first part, and it's actually worked. If I look at my manually putting code in here, and I I delete this one again. Let's run it again. Wow. Very nice. So the JavaScript TypeScript code, I should say, is actually quite nice and working. So that's a good thing. Let's go back to the session.
Back over. So when we're thinking about the action recorder, some key takeaways that I would like you to have are that
provides intents to inform makers with
users of all capabilities to automate their workflows and processes.
Office a way to make to discover how Office APIs can be used, and this is really a nice thing.
Maybe I just want to see what those
I would like to see this for Word as well.
As I'm recording. We provide what we have referred to internally as intents, those written actions that are showing up in the task pane, to inform makers of
so
which
what do you think
actions have
about this in
actually been
the
recorded.
stream?
And then, additionally, when we generate that TypeScript for you, we do some intelligent code collation.
Let's see if we can
But once
script
you
share on the
create
workbook.
your script,
This part you can
we
see
talked
that
about it being a collaborative
the
working
code that
environment.
you just
It's
recorded
not
was
good enough for you to just create that
you could
script.
share it
What
with
if I went on
others.
vacation and my manager needed those reports while I was out? Who would do it for me? Anyone who has access to that workbook is now going to be able to see that script. That means they will have the ability to run it. That means they will have the ability to view the
Apparently
code
this
that
manages
is
the
actually behind it.
access
So what
to
I'm
your
going to do is I'm going to go ahead and
OneDrive for
remove
Business
the charts
entry
that I generated.
where the code was stored.
And I'm going to switch over to a different user. In this case, I'm signed in as Pradeep. Now, Pradeep may be someone who hasn't actually ever created a script on his own. And we'll see that when I go ahead and open the code editor.
Pradeep is just a user.
As I open the code editor, it's going to show me the list of my scripts, and it kind of provides a different tabs that say my scripts, this workbook, and samples. So in my scripts, Pradeep hasn't created any, he doesn't have any. But associated with this workbook, you can see the Seattle charts appears. So now, if Miriam or me was out on vacation, Pradeep has the option to go select it. He's shown a details page here. It doesn't just run automatically. He has the option to go ahead and view that code if he wants to see what's underneath. Maybe he's familiar with JavaScript.
So I need to get this link.
But when he presses
I
that
already
run
put it
button
in the
for that first
chat
line,
window. Let's
he's gonna
copy
be shown
that.
a consent screen.
Copy
It's gonna say, hey,
the link.
Miriam created it. Here's
And
when
I
she
need to
last modified
mail
it.
it to my
And this is what it's going
work
to do.
account.
It's going to make changes to your workbook. And when he presses run or allow,
New
it's going to go ahead and
new
run.
email.
And you can see that it went through
Send this to my
and inserted
work
same
account.
charts that I generated previously. The important thing about this consent is that you will be reprompted if the script is edited or modified or changed, so you're not expecting necessarily the same behavior. It's going to give you a little bit of a warning.
Let's make this a little bit
It's also
bigger
not a
while I'm
blanket consent. It doesn't mean that because I consented
sending a
to
mail
the
on my other
script
window.
on my Seattle retail store workbook, that it's going to run
For
on
scripts.
my Orlando retail store workbook. I still have to make that decision on a per workbook basis because the information that's included in each workbook has different levels of sensitivity, and so it's important for people to consider what they're running. Okay.
So basically what they are going to do is
And if
share
you're
it with
on the
people.
receiving information from multiple stores, in this case, Portland, each month. so that
What
they
is
can
this doing? I think the next thing will be to put this in a flow.
code, which means we
So
have
more
the capabilities of
recorded
features like
code here,
IntelliSense,
adjusting it
so you
manually.
have access to our scripting.
This is the
model.
cool part. You
We
can
said, hey,
add
there's
Power
a tool
Automate integration.
that allows,
Power Automate is apparently the
and also to select
follow-up
a
for
script. And I can
Microsoft
then go
Flow.
ahead and say,
Power Automate. I need to
we
make
did
that.
provide the ability for you to
Make a note
send
about it.
parameters, to provide returns, so that as you're building out your flow in Power Automate, you can actually plug into the full business process. So,
Power
for example, here what
animate.
I've done, I'm
Automate,
going to
niet
switch back over
animate.
to my editor
Automate.
and go to Shift Scheduled. At the top of my script, I basically say, hey, here's the
Well,
parameter
anyway,
that I
you
want.
can put this all into Power Automate and then
And
script
this is a
your
being able to
code
create scripts.
from an automated system.
You should see the
So
action
what's common?
recorder, the code
Action recorder
editor,
code,
and that
Power
Power
Automate,
Automate
share
connector
script on a workbook,
integration.
PowerShell commands, inclined,
So,
and
how will
script.
you be able to get started?
And this
The first
is how
step for
you
our
get this
preview is going
working.
to be that the
But
IT admin
it's
will
not
need
yet,
to
you're
enable
not yet
the Stream
available. I checked
platform
this and it's
through the
not
admin center.
in my
once the
admin
preview is
center at
available.
this time.
And this is something that we're doing as we continue to add more control for the admins. Feedback, specifically under the macros
So what's
element.
going on here? A lot of
OneDrive file to somebody else.
questions at the end. And that's a wrap.
So our initial version does not support that. However, we have been trying to understand what types of UI elements people might want. So is it a dialogue? Is it a button?
I think the
that's in
details will
workflow?
be in the
What
questions,
sort of
but I leave that for your
UI
own
elements would you expect
review.
to see? Another thing with
I'll
I would
post
say
in
is that,
the link
again,
again.
going to the office.
If you missed it,
feedback is a great place to put that ask. So that we
go
can start
out
tracking
and
how many other
have a look
people
at this
are,
session.
also wanting that same functionality.
It's really one of the gems of Ignite.
I think my 45 minutes
And you
is
can't miss it. You're not allowed to miss this because this is a major feature that will be implemented in the Excel system. Hopefully also added to the Word system, but for now it's only available. Well, it's not even available. It's going to be available in Excel. There's one minor thing that I wanted to test is if you can see my emotes flying by, if you type something in. The emotes are not showing. Oh, it is. There it is. Yes. So if I type in all these like emotes over here, like K-Pike Vision's balloon dog. Let's see how this actually gets in the stream. This is a little test. Yeah. Wow. So everyone is typing emotes in my chat window. They will run up the screen. By the way, I'm also on Discord. So if you want to have a one-on-one contact with me and discuss things about, for instance, Office development or the Office scripts that you've seen today, just go over to Discord and get in contact with me. It's quite limited at this time because I'm the only one in. I just put it up. Just feel free to join in and start a discussion there. I want to extend it a little bit more with automation things where you can see when I'm going on stream and a lot more than that. But that's just for extending the stream. I think it's time to wrap up for today. I think the Office script thing is a really interesting thing that you need to look at. So take the link and I can put a link up in Discord as well. And have a look at it. Watch a complete session and see what they are working on. hopefully, really, I think it's also targeted for the other platforms, not only for Excel, but as always, Excel is the baby, Microsoft baby for Office, and that's their growing area where they initially develop things for their Office ecosystem. For now, thanks for watching, everyone. Hope to see you back tomorrow. Tomorrow I will not be doing the Office stream, but this will be some other subject, like last week. What was last week? Last week of Office Studio Online, and the week before that was some Blazor stuff. So the Wednesday session is always more related to .NET development and not so much Office development. On Thursday I will be back with Office development, but that will be in the morning or late in the evening if you're in the US. Just follow me with the button above if you want to keep track on my next session, and hope to see you in another stream. Thanks for watching, and I say have a nice day today, or a good night's sleep if you're in the US and going to bed, and have a nice day. See you later. Bye bye.